Well, a very good afternoon, everybody, and happy Tuesday. Thanks so much for joining us today. My name is Sandy Elson, and on behalf of the travel professional community and travelprofessionalnews.com, I want to welcome all of you to today's webinar and tell you how much we appreciate your taking time out of your day to join us. Our host today is Avoya Travel. Our speaker for Avoya is Greene. Chris brings over 17 years of industry experience to his role at Avoya, beginning his travel career as a leisure and corporate travel specialist with various agencies including Sendent Travel and Travelport. Chris first joined Avoya as an independent agency owner in the Avoya Travel network before joining the company as a full-time employee in 2013. Since then, Chris has played a critical role in growing the Avoya network with high-performing independent agencies. Chris's topic today is Save Time and Money while increasing sales with Avoya's leading resources. Before we get started, please remember that you are all in listen-only mode, but we welcome your questions. You can type in your questions at any time in the question area you see on the right-hand panel of your screen. At the end of Chris's presentation, we'll get to as many questions as we can. So let's get right to all this exciting information about Avoya Travel. Welcome, Chris.
Thank you so much, Sandy. What a pleasure to be here, and certainly appreciate the chance to talk to everybody. And of course, welcome to everybody who's listening in today on our webinar. I am Greene. I'm the Director of Network Growth with the Avoya Travel Network, and it's a real honor to be here. We're going to be talking a little bit about today about Avoya Travel and why you, as an independent business owner, should look at the Avoya Travel Network as the network to join in order to be able to grow your business. We emphasize time-saving marketing and technology solutions, how you can save time and money while increasing sales with Avoya's leading resources. So who is Avoya Travel? Well, if there's one thing I hope you take away from today's presentation is that we're different. We're not a travel agency and we're not a traditional host. We're really a specialized, hybrid, one-of-a-kind company that delivers world-class resources and services to independent agencies in the Avoya Travel Network and other travel companies like cruise lines, tour operators, and resorts. We're known for our shared success model. We only succeed when you do. And one of the great things too is that we don't compete with you. Avoya Travel, we do not sell travel to the general public. Only our independent affiliates do. So when we talk about our growth, when we talk about our sales and things like that, all of that has been done by our independent affiliates. And of course, we're very proud, over 30-year member of the American Express Travel Network. And that has some huge benefits for our independent affiliates as well. So what makes Avoya a different, better travel network? Well, it's award-winning marketing and technology, a stellar brand and reputation, instant credibility and benefits from the American Express Travel affiliation. It makes a huge, huge difference for our independent affiliates in our network to be able to have that American Express tool. Our affiliates are lucky in that they really sell from 3 sets of promotions, right? There's the exclusives that we're able to put together as the Avoya Travel Network. There's the vendor promotions, which we almost always have parity with and are able to offer that as well. And then there's that extra benefit of being part of the American Express Travel Network. And again, that's a huge advantage in our network. It comes with top-tier commissions and exclusive promotions and amenities from suppliers. And this one should not be overlooked at all, the shared rebating program. So if you're trying to make that sale and you've got to go above and beyond, or maybe you're trying to match a competitor on a one-off kind of a situation, do you have a partner that's fully invested in your success and helping you close that sale? Our shared rebating program certainly will do that. Unparalleled support, 1 support staff to every 8 independent agencies. If you're new to travel and you're in that process of discussing and talking to other host agencies about who you should join, this, if it's not already on your list, should be a question that you're asking everybody. How many of you are there to how many of me, and what kind of support is that going to provide me should I need that down the road? So let's talk a little bit about how you can take your business to the next level with innovative marketing and technology resources and services. Find more ways to save more money, right? Isn't that what everybody wants in this day and age? Small businesses spend an average of 20 hours per week on marketing. 20 hours a week, a lot of people only have 30, 40 hours a week to spend on their business. So if half of that is being spent on marketing, that doesn't give you a lot of time to spend on sales and the other things that you need to do. And then the average small business spends about $400 a month on marketing. Avoya is here to support you and provide the best high-tech resources so that you can take your business to the next level and really focus on probably the reason that either you've been in the travel business already or you're thinking of becoming a business owner in the travel industry, which is to sell travel to the general public. One of our huge advantages is our technology piece, our agent power. It's Avoya's powerful, patented, time-saving technology. 32% of professionals spend over an hour a day on data entry and then analyzing that data. We try to make it so much easier with our Agent Power system. Agent Power can help you save time and money. It's a one-stop platform and a resource that's available anytime, 24/7, 365. As long as you have an internet connection in your device, you're plugged into your business no matter where you are in the world, and it's absolutely amazing. Some of the great features of Agent Power include our Avoya University, our knowledge base, your at just a click of a button, information from the vendors, connect with other travel professionals in our network through our community forum, reach out and put out a support request should you need that. We've got our booking engines. Our cruise booking engine is unbelievable. We're tied in through vacations as well, so our integrated booking engine, the commission trackers and the accounting trackers, everything that you need in order to be able to run and operate a successful business, right? I mean, it's hard. There's so many hats. I know what it's like. I've been an independent business owner. I know that it's a constant juggle. You feel sometimes like you're the fireman, right? Just racing around from fire to fire, changing hats. All right, right now I'm a marketer. Right now I have to understand search engine optimization. Or I've got to get back to the Smiths on the code. I've got to do this. I got to do that. Having a partner and a program like Agent Power that really helps you become much more efficient at what you do and saves that time. And again, it all goes back to allowing you to be able to do more of what you really want, which is focus on your clients, focus on your family, and all the reasons that we all got involved in this great industry to begin with. So live leads, let me tell you something. Live leads is the biggest difference maker. I mean, when I was new, right, I started my own business. I thought, oh, great, I'm going to go off on my own. I know the industry. I'm really good at sales. I'm a good closer. My destination knowledge is pretty fantastic. But making the phone ring, and there is nothing worse than sitting at your desk and staring at that phone and just hoping that the phone rings so that you can just get a bite at the apple. Well, our independent affiliates, they don't have that problem because we have our patented live leads program. New client leads delivered directly to you. It's the #1 solution to the biggest problem that challenges that travel professionals face, finding new clients. It's accessible day or night, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week via phone, web, mobile app through Agent Power. Our optional program is available to you at no additional cost. It's all just done on a commission split. So again, those live leads, I mean, clients reaching out. One of the reasons that you would look at a company like Avoya is because of our size and our ability, because of that size, that collective whole that all of us do as independent affiliates to generate that volume. It allows us access to what I used to like to call the best of the cookie jars that the vendors have open from a marketing standpoint. And by being able to access that, it allows us to drive these live leads to you. And in our network, those live leads account for about 75% of the gross sales of an average independent affiliate in our network. So it's pretty amazing what those live leads can do. One of the other great resources that we offer at Avoya Travel is our AMP program, our agent marketing program. It's your ability to gain a competitive advantage with ready-to-use marketing materials. Because let's face it, just because you have a program that's going to provide you live leads, that doesn't mean that you don't want to try and generate some of your own clients on your own if you make that choice, if you have that ability, if you want to get invested in that. And this amazing web-based personalized marketing program, it's an optional program available at no additional cost to you through Agent Power. And it really helps you nurture your existing client base. It keeps them tied in. It keeps you with your finger on the pulse with them of what's going on. Again, another huge competitive advantage for our independent affiliates. One of the things that I think kind of gets underlooked sometimes is the analytics, the ability to kind of keep track of what's going on so that you can make crucial decisions at crucial moments for your business. And our agency dashboard is a great way to improve agency operations with performance insights. It's easy to understand resource integrated right there into that Agent Power system that we've been discussing. It provides direct daily access to metrics. How'd I do last week? Well, let me pull up all my cruise bookings. Let me pull up all my tour bookings. Let me pull up all my escorted, whatever you want to do. Do you want to look at a 30-day report? Do you want to look at year to date? Do you want to see how you did year over year? Do you want to see how your commissions are trending? Hey, I'm taking leads from these kind of vendors. What kind of return on investment am I seeing as an independent business owner? Because let's face it, at the end of the day, it's about what you're going to put in the bank account that's going to determine the actual success of your business or not, right? So your ability to see those things right there in real-time information, it helps you keep track of the health of your business. It helps you identify new opportunities for success. I'll give you a little example when I was an independent affiliate in the network and how it made a huge difference for me. Part of my background before I became involved with Avoya was that I was a European FIT land specialist. I put together customized trips for clients to go to Europe. And I was pretty knowledgeable, I would say, right? I always jokingly say you could blindfold me, put me on the Rialto Bridge, and I can get back to St. Mark's Square without any issues kind of thing there in Venice. But when I looked at the analytics that were provided by Avoya Travel, one of the things that was clear was that every time I was taking leads for celebrity cruises, I was putting more money in my bank account. So it made me kind of open my own eyes and say, I need to identify a new opportunity for success, and I certainly need to be claiming a few more leads from Celebrity Cruise. And it's those kind of little strategic things that allow you, the business owner, to again become very, very successful. Avoya Smart Value System, again, another trademark exclusive from Avoya Travel. And this is pretty amazing. Save time and skip the hassles of searching. No more navigating through endless promotions. Avoya presents the best option with the most overall value for your client. It depends on what your client is, right? So every client is different. You may have a client where their most important trigger factor is price point. All they care about is the price point. Get me the lowest possible price on this particular sailing. That's what I want. I don't want any bells. I don't want any whistles. But that's not always the best way to close a client. Sometimes you want to close a client on value. So with a simple click of the button, you're able to open up all of the rate codes and you're able to see, okay, in this particular case, this is the lowest possible price, but for an extra $100, my clients are able to add in the specialty drink program, maybe some onboard gratuities, onboard credits, excursion credits, whatever the case may be, so that you as the travel professional working with your client can present the best value for your individual client. And by being able to present the best value for your client, you're going to increase your likelihood of closing that sale. And when you can do that by simply clicking one little button and being able to see the difference, when we're doing the researching for you so you can focus on selling travel and enjoying some well-deserved quality time, again, that's a real difference maker for our independent affiliates in our network. So what about some additional agent power features that we didn't get into a lot of depth? Well, our rebating program, for one, I can tell you the number of times that saved my bacon on closing a sale or not by having a partner that was willing to participate in that with me, so that all of that didn't have to come out of my side of the money. Again, that's an important question to ask as you're doing research with your host partners, right? Do you participate in a rebating program if the vendors allow? Of course, all of this falls under the guidelines that it has to fall within the acceptable vendor guidelines to participate. Also, exclusive offers and group blocks. Because of our size, because of our reputation, because of our history in the industry, we get access, really one of the first people to get a first crack when they open up that group space, right? Exclusive offers and group blocks. I mean, that makes a big difference. Size matters. And why? Because the vendors are growing by leaps and bounds. I mean, just right now, the Norwegian Encore sailing across the Atlantic, getting ready to hit the United States and start doing full revenue sailings out of Miami here in a couple of weeks. MSC has a brand new ship coming online here in the next couple of weeks as well. Over the next 10 years, the industry itself is pretty much going to double. So when a vendor is going to double in size, they want the partners to be able to match that growth as well. So in order to be able to take advantage of that, you have to be with the kind of partners that can get access to the exclusive offers, that group space. Also, that American Express group space is pretty amazing too, because clients don't have to be Amex members all the time in order to use that. And that American Express, not only the groups, but the ability for clients to pay with points. Again, a huge, huge advantage in our independent network here at Avoya Travel. How do you get paid? Every week. Doesn't that sound nice? Direct deposit. At least for me, it's every Friday that direct deposit comes in. And the great thing about Avoya Travel, we don't play with your money. We don't hold your money. If the vendors pay us, we pay you. So if it comes in during our accounting week, you receive your money via direct deposit the following week. And we also have a very exclusive Avoya Instant Commission program, which, depending on the booking and some qualifying details, gives you access to some of your commission instantly instead of having to wait sometimes that long time frame from the time the client makes a booking into the time you see your money. Moving on to our next slide right now, what else does Avoya Travel offer, right? Hopefully you're getting the impression that we invest a lot of time and energy and resources into our shared success model. And by doing so, we have the most beefed up set of resources available in the industry. So unparalleled support. You are never alone in the Avoya Travel network. No, absolutely not. Live agent support available 7 days a week. Pick up the phone and talk to a human being. It's again, that's a huge advantage for people in our network. As I said earlier, one support staff to every 8 independent agencies in the Avoya Travel network. And again, it's a question that if you're not asking already, it's vital because you want to be working with a partner, right, that has the staff in place to be able to meet your needs. If you're reaching out for assistance in one form or another, you want somebody that can be proactive because the clients have choices these days. If it takes forever to get your question answered, chances are that client's moved on to somebody else. So if you're going to affiliate with a host agency or buy into a franchise program, and they're going to get back to you like 48 hours later, well, chances are your client and that booking has probably already sailed on you. Also help you become more successful than ever. Our shared success model means we only succeed when you do. And that's really very important, to be honest with you, because when you're thinking about a partner and you're thinking about the concept of shared success, there's a lot of other host agencies out there, and I'm not going to name any of our competitors by name. If you're doing your research, you'll come up with the ones that I'm talking about, that not only have a very strong host agency side, but they're very actively selling to clients directly, which means that you're associated with your competitor. That's right. You affiliate with your own competitor because ultimately they're competing with you for the same clients. At Avoya Travel, we never do that. We don't compete with you in any way, shape, or form, and that's just part of that shared success model. Now, Avoya Travel has a ton of ways for you to be able to be involved. The group on the picture looks like they're having a good time, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that's from our land forum that recently took place in Fort Lauderdale back in August. Events that you won't want to miss. Avoya Travel, our annual conference. We've got about a year until it happens. It'll be the end of October, early November, I believe, in 2020. We're going to be on Celebrity. So still time if you want to get affiliated with the Avoya Travel Network, and you'll be able to sign up for that. Avoya Mastermind Land Forums. We have one coming up in Las Vegas for our independent affiliates again. That's going to be in early April, and it's going to dovetail right into the home-based travel agent show there in Las Vegas at the Paris Hotel. It's going to be vendor information. It's going to be other independent affiliates in our network. Great presentations from the mastermind team. Just a wonderful opportunity for you to be able to take your skill set up to a new level. And then the Avoya Mastermind program. I mean, I was a proud member of the Avoya Mastermind program when I was an independent affiliate in the network. And I truly think it is 100%, a game changer. So let's talk for a second about professional development, right? Because no matter where you are in this journey, if you're new to travel, Avoya's new to travel program is hands down the best, step by step, guide. You make the decisions yourself, but it's kind of steering, right? It's somebody that helps you to be able to put down the roadmap for your new business so that you have an idea where your main guideposts need to be along that journey. So it's Avoya University. It's online, on demand, with hundreds of interactive recorded lessons, live one-on-one coaching and group sessions. it's live weekly webinars, it's supplier and destination specific education. Again, all ways for you to be able to keep your finger on, on the pulse of what's going on, not only in the industry, but the latest trends when it comes to sales. And again, all of those things are going to have just huge advantages for you as somebody in our network. Certainly would hope so. Professional development, world-class education tailored directly to you. Our mastermind program likes to say that they have a program that will be able to meet you no matter where you are in this journey. If you're brand new to travel, and this is going to be your first chance selling travel to the general public, they have programs that'll help you kind of, again, establish that roadmap for your business. If you're an experienced travel professional, the Avoya Mastermind program, again, has programs to be able to help you, connect you with other travel professionals, that extra set of eyes and ears that it takes sometimes in order to, take an extra look, some things that are going on, some fine tuning. When you get to a certain level, sometimes it's all about the fine tuning that's going to make the difference. Along the right-hand side of the screen, you see three things. It says Avoya Mastermind Early Success Academy, Avoya Mastermind Success Academy, and Avoya Mastermind Ultimate Success Academy. Those are all geared towards our Mastermind at Sea program, right? So those are all going to be educational opportunities that take place on a cruise ship going to some fancy location somewhere in the world. And the top one, that Early Success Academy, is geared towards people that are fairly new to the industry, within their first year, still kind of establishing that roadmap, trying to figure out all the ins and outs, how to position things properly, how to get a quote out properly, how to make a point with their presentation instead of just making noise. Then the Avoya Mastermind Success Academy is for people who kind of mastered those basics, but they want to kind of now take their business up to the next level. They're really ready to bring things up a notch. And that program is going to have all that little things to be able to help them take that business and then boom, expand it pretty rapidly. And then our Avoya Mastermind Ultimate Success Academy is really geared towards our high-end luxury affiliates in our network, those who are really very well established, and it's all about fine-tuning. Now, why would you choose to participate if you're an independent affiliate in the Avoya Mastermind program? I mean, 30% of our network makes the choice to participate, but yet that 30% of the network is responsible for about 60% of our network total sales. And agents that participate in the Mastermind program have a closing rate percentage advantage of over 50%. So they're closing over 50% more sales than people who are not part of the Mastermind program. So if you as a business owner had a resource that just by participating gave you that kind of a competitive advantage, that you're going to be with other people that are closing at twice the rate as other people in a network, don't you think that would be a place that you would start to invest some of your time, energy, and resources? I certainly would hope so. And it's a fantastic program, our Mastermind program. And of course, one of my specialists, if you decide to reach out and continue this conversation later, be more than happy to really jump into details about that for you. So Avoya Travel and our awards and recognition, we're very proud of the fact that we're one of the most awarded travel companies ever, voted best by suppliers and travel professionals, recognized for our leadership and innovation and prosperous shared success model. I mean, just some of the recent accolades that we've won, right, include the best host agency 5 years in a row from the Travi Awards. Nobody else has ever received the Gold Travi Award for best host agency. In the 5 years that's been offered, Avoya Travel has won that each and every year. Same thing with best host agency website. They've only had that award category 4 years in a row, and Avoya Travel has taken home top honors 4 years in a row. We've recently won 3 Magellan Awards. This is like winning the Academy Award, in the travel industry in many cases. And we won that for various reasons. Campaign advertising from our marketing department, our web marketing department and advertising team does a fantastic job, and they were recognized by that. And again, they just have recognized Avoya Travel as, again, being one of the top agencies in the industry. 2019, we were proud to go into the CLIA, Cruise Line International Association Hall of Fame for the first ever Travel Agency Innovator Award. they pretty much, I mean, I'll brag a little. They pretty much created that award because of our unique relationship with them, you know. So it's very, very, you know, exciting, and we're very proud of that. And it, again, that credibility of being part of an organization that has not only won the awards that I was talking about, but over the course of time has been recognized as multiple Travel Partner of the Year award winners with prestigious travel companies up and down the industry, from Celebrity Cruise Lines to Regent, Royal Caribbean, Carnival, Oceania, MSC, Norwegian. We're very, very, very proud of the fact, because the vendors, they work with everybody, right? They have to fill these big mammoth ships, or sometimes these small boutique ships at really high-end price points. And so to be recognized, especially that whole cross-section there, you're looking at, we've been recognized in mass market, we've been recognized in mid-level, we've been recognized in luxury, we've been recognized in ultra-luxury. So across the board, Avoya Travel is very well recognized and received by the vendors in the travel industry. So Avoya, one of the secret sauces I like to say is the company culture. It's like no other. This was taken last year when we were at our national conference, and we just got done with a walk to help save the sea turtles. I'm featured there somewhere standing in the back. They usually keep the ugly people towards the back, so they didn't let me stand anywhere close to the front. But I'm somewhere in that picture. It was a fantastic time, and it was just a great chance. Again, vendors and our independent affiliates and staff all participating in that. Avoya as a family-owned company, I mean, and I say this with all honesty, I'm in my early 50s. I've worked for a lot of companies over the course of my career, both in travel and my first career prior to that. And at 50 plus years old, to be able to say to the world with pride that I'm proud of the company that I work for. I felt that exact same thing when I was an independent affiliate in the Avoya Travel Network. The Anderson family that owns Avoya, the whole staff, it's just different. There's just a different feeling there. If you've ever been part of a family-owned company versus a big giant corporation, there's just a tone that kind of percolates down, and it makes a little bit of the little differences. And again, I'm really proud to be part of this company, and our independent affiliates are proud to be part of that. And so, you know, I just think it's just a fantastic place. And the concept behind the company is amazing too. Avoya Travel has one of the strongest philanthropic passions for giving back that I've ever seen by any organization that I've ever been a part of. When I was an independent affiliate with the network my first year, and I was at their national conference, it was in San Diego at the Rancho Bernardo Inn, and the conference was fantastic. And there was this amazing presentations being given by vendors and these educational opportunities, and I was soaking it all in. And then right in the middle of that, right, we all took a break for a full afternoon to do what? To help further our cause? To help further Avoya's cause? No, to get together as a collective unit, to pack meals, to be able to send, and this was going back right after the bad earthquake in Haiti. We were packaging rice meals with nutritional packets with inside, and we packaged 60,000 of those in about 3 hours to be able to get off to Haiti. And I thought to myself, what kind of company does this? Most companies, the amount of money and time that they invest in order to be able to have a national conference is, you know, that's big bucks that these companies are spending. So to stop right in the middle of that, to do, you know, a project where you're just giving back, I was just blown away. And just talking about it blows me away. And on the screen are just some of the, you know, the organizations that we've been a part of, you know, Make-A-Wish, a World Vision, Toys for Tots, St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, Tourism Cares, the WWF, all major organizations, and all, again, very, very proud to participate in that. And the list of the companies and the charitable companies that Avoya partners with and supports, you know, that's just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, there's just so many more. So let's talk a little bit about what happened last year, because sometimes your best indication about where the future's going is based on the recent past. So Avoya Travel had our best year yet. Very proud of what happened in 2018. Very proud of what continues to happen here in 2019, and super excited about where we're kind of looking at as we get ready to enter a brand new decade here with 2020. So We increased the network size by almost 25% in 2018. That goes back to that philosophy that I was discussing a little bit earlier, right? About if the vendors are going to double in size over the next 10 years, Avoya Travel has to have things in place so that we can match that growth. Because if we don't match that growth, we won't get access to all the promotions and marketing that we had. So it's really a 1-2 punch. So we're really proud of the fact that we increased the network size by almost 25% in 2018. Many new independent agencies started by entrepreneurs just like you, looking to expand into the travel industry. No experience in the travel industry, looking for a partner that can help them and point them in the right direction and have the kind of resources that they can go from really zero knowledge about the industry into becoming successful agents in our network. Participants gain access to Avoya's first-of-a-kind, award-winning education program with CLIA. As I was saying, we created that first-of-a-kind educational program with CLIA, and it's been the results have been amazing. And again, we are lucky enough to be the Innovator of the Year last year, which kind of was almost, due to that new relationship that we had created with them. So this is really an amazing number when you look at that fourth bullet point there, right? Over 100 independent agencies in our network, and we're just a little over 1,000 independent affiliates overall, did a minimum of $1 million in annual book sales in 2018. $1 million, over 100 of them. We call that best of the best in our network. And that number is probably going to grow significantly here in 2019. I haven't seen the final numbers, but 2018, over 100 did over $1 million. And our top producing agency, and this is not some big mammoth 30 people on the team running, this is like a husband and wife kind of operation. Our top producing agency grew sales last year by over 30%. And look at that number, $6.5 million in gross sales. In book sales. It's just unbelievable. And what's not on the slide, it might be one of the best parts about it, is they managed to take 8 trips and get to like 19 countries as they did $6.5 million a year, because I refer back to the fact that our agent power system is all internet-based. So anywhere you are in the world, as long as you have your device, your motivation, you are plugged in and good to go on your business. So when we look a little bit to the future, Avoya's 2025 program is really consistently pushing the boundaries of innovation, right? I like to say that most of our competitors are feverishly working to figure out what we did yesterday. And while they're trying to figure out what we did yesterday, we're already looking at the future, trying to figure out what's going to happen tomorrow, because you can't live through the rearview mirror. Life only happens out the windshield. So the best is yet to come. We're on this amazing path towards 2025 with some really fantastic goals and some nice benchmarks to be able to hit along the way. And it's all about putting the travel advisor at the forefront of the process, right? Technology can do a lot of amazing things for people in this industry, but what it can't do is provide the consultative service that clients are craving. The reason that clients have been shown to spend like up to 40 hours each researching their own vacation is because they want that knowledge, and that's what you would bring to the table. So you let technology do what technology does, but at the same time, you're able to have all the bells and whistles that the clients crave. It's your knowledge, it's your experience, it's all the things that you do to keep your finger on the pulse of what's going on in the industry that absolutely makes a huge difference at the end of the day. So are you ready to get started? Are you ready to become an affiliate in the Avoya Travel Network? Well, again, as I said earlier, Avoya has programs for everyone. Entrepreneurs looking to expand their business in the industry, gain the foundational knowledge needed to launch your travel business. You can feel confident in the travel industry by not feeling alone. Again, the first of its kind educational partnership with Cruise Lines International Association, CLIA. Utilize your entrepreneurial spirit and be your own boss, right? You call the shots, but by working with a company like Avoya Travel that has this amazing set of resources, yes, you make all the decisions as being the boss. We never tell you when to work or how to work or any of those kind of things. As long as you operate a business with integrity and professionalism, that's really our own benchmark. But at the end of the day, there's no reason to change the fact that the wheel fundamentally goes round and round. and doing the amount of sales that Avoya Travel does on a yearly basis with the number of very highly successful independent affiliates in our network, when you can gain some of that knowledge and build your own skill set by participating in some of those kind of programs, it really does help take your business to a whole new level. So experienced travel professionals supplement your own skill set and book a business or utilize our live leads to grow your business. Again, as I said earlier, across the board in our network, about 75% of the average sales that an independent affiliate will do throughout the year come from our live lead program. So that's just a huge, huge aspect right there. And again, all of the industry leading resources that I've been mentioning over the last 35 minutes to help take your business to that next level and really outperform your peers in other networks, right? Because the fact is, none of this is easy. We can have the best set of resources and provide everything that we can for you, but it's not easy. If your competitors found you, if your clients found you, they probably found your competitors. So what are you going to do? What do you have at your disposal that's going to set you apart and make you different? Is it a promotion? Is it that little sparkle in your voice? Is it that American Express offering that you might have? So again, by working with a network that has all the bases covered, it gives you a huge opportunity to kind of, move that whole thing forward. If you'd like to get involved and you'd like to find out more information, there's a couple ways that you can contact us. We'd love to chat. I would love to be able to, set you up with one of my network growth specialists for a good conversation, jump into all the details about the Avoya Travel Network and what it takes to become an independent affiliate in our network. There's a couple of numbers up there. Well, there's one phone number and a couple of ways to contact us, and then I'm going to provide one just verbally as well. So I'll start with the toll-free number. It's right there. It's 1-888-446-3213. You get in, you'll talk to one of the concierges. They'll get some basic information for you. They'll submit that information to my team, and then one of my team members will reach out and contact you and start that process from there. You can also reach out and check out our website at www.avoyanetwork.com, or you can send an email to contact@avoyatravel.com, or you can also email me directly. Again, my name is Chris Greene. I'm the Director of Network Growth for the Avoya Travel Network. My email would be Chris, that's CHRIS, .Greene, like the color, but with the extra E on the end, so GREENE @avoyatravel.com. So Chris.Greene @avoyatravel.com. And Sandy, that kind of, wraps up some of the information that I had, and more than happy if we had any questions or Q&A, we certainly have some time for that. Would be more than happy to jump into that and see if we could answer some specific questions for people.
Thanks so much, Chris. That was really fantastic. I know we all learned a lot about Avoya. We do have some questions. Is the Avoya Travel Network available only to agencies in the U.S.?
At this time, we are only accepting independent affiliates that are here in the United States. Yeah, at this point, as far as new, that is all subject to change, and there's a lot of things going on with different agreements between various countries. But at this time, our program is only open to agents that are here in the United States.
Okay. And one of our agents wants to know, is there an extra fee to become part of one of the 3 mastermind academies?
So in order to participate in the academies, the ones at sea, there's certainly going to be an additional fee to be able to cover things like, the cabin and the food and all of that. The vendors are not going to provide that to us for free. So it's a minimal cost. It's right in line with what you would expect to pay if you're going on the same cruise, just as an individual. So you're really not paying more for the educational opportunities of what you're going to learn on those academies at sea, but there is going to be a charge in association with actually just taking the cruise itself.
And the academies themselves, the different levels of the academies, is that something that the agents self-select, or is there some kind of guidance as to which one a particular agent would benefit from most?
It depends on where they are, Sandy, in the journey. So if somebody comes to us as new to travel, we certainly have programs that are going to gear them towards that new to travel experience. But then once they're up and running, their sales are going to dictate really everything, right? I mean, so if they show that even though they're new to travel, somebody is able to come in and just excel like gangbusters, and it's clear that teaching them or providing them to teach themselves that educational opportunity to master a certain skill set that it seems clear they've already mastered, well, then you certainly could advance them into the next one. So some of it's going to just be on a case-by-case basis. We certainly don't want people to make the decision to jump into something luxury, but they haven't mastered the basics yet. That wouldn't be a win-win situation. So there's some human touch involved in there, but we also have some basic guidelines as well.
Okay, great. The Mastermind program, not the Academy, but the meetings for the Mastermind program, you said there was one taking place pretty soon. Are these geographically diverse? Are there different parts of the country that have these Mastermind programs?
The landform's something fairly new that we've been offering just in the last year. So they are kind of geographically diverse. We had one in Fort Lauderdale. That was our first one. We just wrapped up another one that was presented in the San Diego area. We have the one in Las Vegas that's going to happen in the first quarter or in April of 2020. What we try to do a lot of times, Sandy, and for everybody listening, is we try to find a location that's going to match up with maybe one of the big other industry events, so that, you know, when people come out for something like that, they get a couple of days of that Mastermind Academy, and then a couple of days where they can participate in, whether it's Cruise World or Cruise 360, or maybe the home-based travel agent forum that happens in Las Vegas, or another activity that's going on. In the past, we've done them in conjunction, like up in New Jersey when there was an inaugural sailing going on and things like that. So they are geographically diverse, and we try to kind of, like I said, tie them in to one of the other big industry events that's going on. It seems to be a good win-win that way.
And having to do with these kinds of programs, one of our agents wants to know, what type of mentorship do you offer for a brand new travel advisor?
We offer really amazing mentorship, right? I mean, so one of the first programs that the Mastermind team offers is what's called their Leads to Booking program. The acronym they use is L, the number 2B, so Leads to Booking, right? It's all about how to convert, because the fact is that a lot of people, even with travel or even with sales experience, regardless whether that's travel or not, sometimes working internet leads is a little bit of a new process for them. So there's a bit of a learning curve and things like that. So there's a ton of mentorship. There's one-on-one opportunities. There's coaching. There's mentorship from other people in the network. One of the great things about our network is that you don't compete with us, and you're not competing with the other independent affiliates in the network either, because everybody kind of has that collective goal, and that the better we do as a collective unit, the better access we get from the vendors, and that kind of has its full life cycle, right? So there's mentorship opportunities directly with the staff. There's some mentorship opportunities via association with some of the other independent affiliates in our network. Some of the people, there's a private Facebook page that they have that you can reach out to, post questions, and kind of get that immediate response. So yeah, I mean, mentorship there's a lot of that there, and it's a key part of that program.
Wonderful. Chris, can you explain, one of our agents wants to know if you can talk a little bit about the types of back office systems that Avoya may or may not offer. Like, is there an agent CRM through Avoya?
There is, yeah. Our agent power is really, encompasses that CRM, right? That client management tool that you're discussing. So it's certainly right in there. The ability to keep track of everybody, create customized scripting to go out, calendar functions, birthday emails, happy anniversary, booking reminders, packing reminders. All of those resources are available there through the CRM. Great back office, the accounting, the internal messaging. So maybe the vendors reached out to us and said, hey, booking 1234 doesn't reconcile, or they send the report and we notice that what we have in our system and what maybe the agent had lined up don't match exactly. So great resources to be able to rectify those kind of a situation. So yeah, our agent power system, I mean, it's the reason that we win every single year for Best Host Agency Technology.
And we have one more question that was typed in. I want to tell our agents, if you think of something after this webinar is over, if you want general information. Chris has posted the Avoya phone number, website, and an email address. So please jot them down. Chris has also given out his email, which is chris.greene, Greene, at avoyatravel.com. So do get in touch with Chris or with Avoya, and they will be happy to answer all of your questions. Our last question is Avoya associated with PATH, Professional Association of Travel Hosts?
I don't know that we're directly associated with PATH itself, but we're certainly associated with all of the main, associations, right? I mean, so we have people that are sitting on the board for ASTA. We have, my boss, Skip 48, who's our vice president in charge of network growth, is up testifying on various bills in front of Congress on a regular basis. CLIA, IATA. So I don't know directly if we're a part of PATH, and I certainly can follow up if somebody wants to send me that as an email question. I can get them a definitive answer on that. If not before the end of the day, certainly by the day's end tomorrow.
Okay, great. That does it for our questions. This has been fantastic. Our host today has been Avoya Travel, and our wonderful and enthusiastic speaker has been Chris Greene, Director of Network Growth for Avoya. Chris, thank you so much. This has really been fantastic.
Sandy, thank you again for the opportunity. And again, thank you. We appreciate the partnership that we have with you guys, and we look forward to many more webinars, hopefully in the future.
Thank you, as do we. I want to thank our agents again for taking time out of your day to join us. And I wish you a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.